Elections have become the biggest source of corruption.
It is a naked fact.
And once you start elections in this manner, the consequences necessarily follow. Corruption on a monumental scale is inevitable.
We believe that black money spent in elections is the root cause of corruption.
Hello and welcome to Truth versus Hype. The anti-corruption movement has signaled a new target, one which many believe could hold the key to solving corruption: political reforms. Political parties are now finally making the right noises about this long dormant project. One important reform could even be on its way. But as we shall see, this is an infinitely more difficult task than bringing the Lokpal Bill, because political parties themselves have sabotaged every attempt to clean up a criminalized, corrupt and anti-democratic political system. If every day India's super-rich politicians make news for their staggering rise in assets or their jail visits, it's because of groups like the Association for Democratic Reforms, Lok Satta, and many others who've relentlessly fought for greater disclosure by political parties, which has led to some of their worst-kept secrets of our election system come tumbling out.
As per the declarations in the affidavits, they have spent only 39 to 52% of the entire limit that was sanctioned to them.
Election system को बदलना है आज.
And now that India's most high-profile anti-corruption movement has signalled it as their next target, the government has finally been jolted into action. Of the three major components of electoral reforms, inner party democracy, cleaning up black money in elections, and criminalized politics, the government in its wisdom has chosen to zoom in only on one area. A major bill that changes the laws for criminals in politics is on its way in Parliament.
About the other aspect, which is the most significant aspect, that you're saying that apart from the conviction which bars you, if charges are framed against you in a number of these heinous crimes, you've identified 8 or 9, you can also be barred. Now that, as I said, is a very major step.
If convictions could be done quickly, if trials could proceed within 6 months, now can we prevent people against whom charges are framed and serious cases where charges are framed, that we impose upon them the same disqualification that there is after conviction.
Okay.
But obviously this will last only till such time as the conviction or an acquittal comes.
If this becomes law, it could have a dramatic impact on our current parliament. MPs across party lines could be barred under the various definitions of heinous crimes. From Lalu Yadav, against whom charges have been framed in the Anti-Corruption Act, to Navjot Singh Sidhu and Aditya Nath of the BJP, against whom charges have been framed under Section 302 for murder, to MPs like Kameshwar Baitha of the JMM, Brij Bhushan Saran Singh of the SP, and Kapil Muni Karvaria of the BSP, and Vinay Kumar of the Congress from UP, charges framed for dacoity and murder. But the new law also lists Section 153A, promoting enmity between groups as a heinous crime, which hits the BJP the hardest. A number of its top leaders could be barred, including L.K. Advani. Charges against Mr. Advani were framed under Section 153A in the Babri Masjid case. Dr. Murli Manohar Joshi could also be debarred. Charges against him framed in the same case. As well as Varun Gandhi, charges against him framed for his 2009 hate speech.
I would say we can comment only once we have seen the draft. But if the draft is designed to again prevent opposition or major political parties, for instance, we know Digvijay Singh will never be charged under that section, even though he goes and says Batala House people are innocent.
Are you convinced this is going to go through?
We have to be convinced that it must go through.
Even if the government manages to implement this one controversial area of reform, there is no clarity on how they will push through the bigger menace of controlling money power in elections, one that political parties are able to shrug off as an embarrassing but unavoidable reality. that goes back in history.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.